welcome to another exciting episode of the Superfan Addicts podcast. Who am I? I'm your host, Ray Prisby, the show dog, and we got a Thanksgiving show prepared for y'all tonight. So let's get it started by introducing my spectacular guest. First and foremost, we got Mama Bear up in the house, up in the his. We got big brother, little trees. We got big brother Tim Waller. Where you at, Tim? There you go.
Oh, wow.
And we got our special guest from the Here We Go Brownies podcast. You probably watched him an hour ago. Guess what? You're going to get another hour of him.
Watch out. I'm warmed up. Let's go.
Thank you, and good night. But, hey, like we always do, but, we're going to start with our guest, Dustin. I know you got this Christmas party you've been telling everybody about. Go on, take off with it.
Yeah, December 18th, guys. Join us at Southern Tier Brewery in downtown Cleveland, 7:30 to 10:30. We're going to have great folks like Josh Cribbs, Hanford Dixon, Bob Golick, Greg Pruitt, possibly Kevin Mack, and many more. And, by the way, if you have any items you want to donate, we're doing a charitable silent auction for our great friend and Browns legend, Bernie Kosar. So come down, lots of great prizes, lots of great drinks and food. That'll be downtown Cleveland, Southern Tier Brewery, 7:30 to 10. Come down and join us. Free, by the way, free. So invite your friends, family. We had a great time last year. It was our first annual one. This is our second annual, bigger and better.
What's the date on
it? December 18th. It's a Thursday night, 7:30 to 10:30.
Nice.
So Mama Bear, you look like you'd already done jumped into your Christmas garment because you got the little thing going on up top.
Little stars going on, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I'm putting my tree up first thing tomorrow.
Wait, that's a real? Oh, that is a real dog. I thought that was a stuffed animal.
It's Emma.
Man, the dog moving.
I gotta put her Browns jersey on her for next one.
Yeah, she's in the bedroom. She's in the bedroom getting ready to just snuggle in for the night for Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow.
Exactly.
Okay. You got anything else going on, Mama Bear?
Not too much. Just getting ready for these holidays. I'm going to be working a lot through the holidays. On the 23rd of December, I'll be having what we call at Key Bank, we call it a scrappy play. So one of our business owners, she has a business called Blend Mobile Bar, and she's going to be doing mocktails of different drinks that she mixes. It's going to do some mocktails. There's going to be some hot chocolate. It's going to be hot apple cider eggnog, and we're going to actually host it in my branch. So that's going to be at East Main Street, 6961 East Main Street here in Reynoldsburg, Ohio. That's going to be December 23rd. We're going to kick off about 10 a.m. and go to about 2 p.m. So come by for some, hot cocoa and some Christmas spirit.
Okay.
Right. I like that. Turning it out at the Key Bank.
All right, T Thizzle. What's going on with you, Big Tim? Tim Dog.
T Thizzle's funny. Sounds like I need to be where Dustin is going to be out there with all those Browns fans those Browns players.
Oh yeah,
that are watching. Mac and things like that. But also, I want to send a shout out to Pick Central on a great season. It came to an end, unfortunately, prematurely, I guess, last week. And I also want to give a big ups to my little sister who kind of championed them all season and was faithful and showing up Friday after Friday. The last game she went to, the weather wasn't the greatest. She was out there, rooting them on. I think that's just precious and special. And I just want to, tell her how much I admire her for her dedication for that high school team.
Oh, go Marching Tigers and go Pick Central Tigers.
Wait. The funny part of that story was when you said little sister, I'm like, wait a minute, is there another sister that you got that I don't know about?
I'm the one and only sister.
Little sister. Okay.
Don't confuse Ray. Don't confuse him.
Let's get this party started right. Let's get this party started quickly.
Yes.
So, hey, I know y'all checked out the new uniforms that we had last week. My question is, since Shador won his first game, do we keep these uniforms as good luck, or do we go somewhere else?
Nah.
Go ahead, Mama Bear. What's your thoughts on that? And wait a minute. Stop looking. Oh, wait a minute. Can you see the pictures today? Can you see the pictures tonight?
Mm-hmm.
You got pictures up right now?
Yeah.
I mean, I know what the unis look like, but I don't see pictures right now.
It's a picture of Myles Garrett's butt.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm serious.
Is it for real?
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, then, even though I can't
never
see
see these pictures.
Okay. I got a funny story, but go ahead, Mama Bear. I got a funny story.
Mama Bear,
So, as far as the colors go, I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. You can only do so many plays on brown and orange with white accent, right? You can only do so many plays on that. My favorite look is the color rush. We've had a lot of really great games in that all dark brown color rush.
Yeah, we have.
All dark brown. It seems like whenever we wear that, we turn all the way up. I'm talking offense, defense, special teams. Everybody just be showing up in that color rush for some reason. So, and I feel like Shedeur is not going to really need luck. I think he's been working up to this moment. And although there's much to be improved upon as a rookie, like with any rookie there would be, I just think he shows a whole lot of promise. Just having had that 1 week to prepare, and what he came out and did and showed us how he can lead a team and get everybody on fire and, work with that ball and run around. Like his movement, I don't think he's going to really need luck. So I'm not pressed about those unis. My favorite, though, is still the color rush, the all brown. We've done some really great things in those colors. So, yeah.
Okay. Tim Dog.
I'm kind of like spinning off of what my sister said. I don't think you need luck when you're blessed. Like when Shedeur, when he speaks, it's always a godly reference. It's always, I'm here because of him, and I can get through this because of him. I'm relaxed because of him.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think a uniform is going to make a difference when it comes to Shedeur, and I don't think we should adopt that. I think that this is a moment in time for us as Browns fans to embrace a new era, to embrace a new culture, because we've been blue collar. We've kind of shied away from this type of like Hollywood glamour type of persona that Shedeur brings to the table. And I think that maybe we should embrace it, because embracing it will allow us to maybe enjoy it and kind of like let our shoulders relax a little bit.
Right, lean in.
Because that's the way he kind of seems to say, hey, I'm the one you've been looking for. So
That's
relax.
it.
I got this. So I don't think it matters about the uniform when it comes to him.
Okay. D. Kurt, what's your take on this?
So for me, on the color rush, Mama Bear, can you see me at all?
Yeah, I can see you. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna do you a solid here. I'm gonna make everybody laugh. So I put this up because, of course, Myles Garrett balled out 4 sacks, AFC Defensive Player of the Week finally. But I put this out here just for the female comments. I put this picture out of him.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I love that one. I got that saved in my favorites.
Yeah, I bet you do. But I the uniform thing is so weird because people were like, oh, Nick Chubb got hurt in the white helmets. Well, we won in the white helmets in Detroit or in Las Vegas, and we won against the Jets to clinch the playoffs in white helmets. So I don't make them much. I do know that there's only 3 games they're doing the color rush in. I think the Titans game is the other one. So I'm assuming they're going to go back to the traditional ones. I like when they do mix up the uniforms. For me, it just changes things up a little bit. Mm-hmm. I know people are indifferent, but I'm going to go with you, Mama Bear. I'm a big fan of the dark helmets, that alpha dog look that comes out. Yes. I think they have a different spirit to them. Like, we're dogs today. Like,
yes.
I don't know. I just think I think when the players like what they wear, we all know that football is 30% and the other 70% is a mental game. It really is. And if the other team thinks they're going to kick your ass based on they think they're going to kick your ass, they're going to kick your ass. So, I do like that. But unfortunately, I know they won't be wearing it for this game because they said already it's only 3 games are going to wear that this year.
Oh, only 3? Really?
Yeah, it was the Dolphins game, right? They wore it for the Dolphins game, I believe. They wore it for the Packers game and the Titans game. Those are the 3 games they chose to wear the Alpha Dogs this year.
Okay. So hey, I don't know. We need everything we get. So yeah, I ain't changing nothing. I still got the draws I had on from that game. So yeah, I ain't changing nothing.
You still got them on from that day?
I'm glad I'm not visiting you in Youngstown. I'm glad I'm not visiting you in Youngstown. And Ray, I could so say something right now, and Ray knows my inside joke, and I won't do it.
Ain't no crop dusting going on up in here. You ain't got to worry about it.
By the way, both of you, 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, I'm in the mall, and Ray, sorry, we're going into the gutter a little bit here. I'm sitting there, and he goes, I got to go to the bathroom. And then he proceeds to go to the bathroom. He leaves a smoke trail going to the bathroom. That's probably the most peaceful
smoke trail.
And so I come back and I go, damn, dude. And I said, he goes, what? I go,
hilarious.
And I go, dude, you crop dusted me. And he goes, what are you talking about? He did not know what the term crop dusting. Like, do you guys know what crop dusting is?
Yes. What did he do? He left the boot behind
I do now.
No.
I do. No. In this context, I gathered it. I gathered it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It was crop dusting me right now. What is it?
So like, you know, like when you do like
it's farting. Yeah. There we go.
Leave it. It's covering an area.
Right. So crop dusting is when a plane comes over and like, you know.
Yeah. That's the crop.
Sprays everything. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Let's bring it back over here now. It's
environmental. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh. Ray creates an environmental.
Pay attention for the next question. You have to answer the wrong answer. Wrong answers only.
Okay.
So, and the question is, what was your thoughts on that silly stuff that Jerry Jeudy did with that whatever he was doing, and the guy came up behind him and knocked the ball out? Wrong answers only. And I'll go first just to show you what I'm talking about. Wrong answer only. So my theory was he was practicing for the Olympic team. It's the same moves. It's the same moves.
I love this. Oh, this is great. By the way, Ray, we talked about this in our show, and I said high stepping, but TikTok.
No. They actually the official word came out 2 months ago that hopscotch will be an Olympic game, and Jerry Jeudy is like, hey, I can't play this football, so let me try to resurrect my career and get a gold medal
as a hopscotcher.
Right. All right, Tim, you can go next.
Hopscotcher.
This is hard.
I would say maybe double Dutch.
Uh-oh. Do we got to take one that? Do we got to take one that comes? Oh, yeah. We got to. Cody is the best ever. Look at that. He had one ready.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
double Dutch.
That was quick.
21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 37, 38, 39, 40.
So but the thing about it is that to me as a wide receiver one, and to be a leader in that room and to be a leader on the field for that position group, that's just I don't know what to say for Jerry Jeudy. He's just not looked well. He just hasn't looked really good this entire season at all. And we can talk about him maybe later on, so I won't take up the stage for him now. But yeah, that was hard to watch, especially when you have a rookie quarterback making his first start.
Man, wait a minute, and especially the he's been complaining. I ain't getting the ball. Dustin, wrong answer only, buddy.
Looked like he was getting ready to do the hurdles, like he was doing some track, getting ready to do a hurdle, like he was last night. And then all of a sudden, the guy behind him was like, "Yep, bam! Here comes the ball." I was like, "What are we doing here?" Like, I was so pissed. Like Allie and I talked about this on the show, same show. I wanted to throw something at the television. I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What am I watching?"
Okay, Mama Bear.
I'm glad all y'all focused on the feet because I was focused on the ball. Looked like he was playing hot potato, like he wanted to get rid of it. The ball got hot in his hands. He just gave it up.
Somebody, I mean, here's the thing. It was such a boneheaded move. I didn't want to come on the show and talk about it, so I'd rather laugh about it because the play in itself was laughable. But I'm gonna back off of it a little bit. So hey, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let me see what we got here. Shedeur Sanders, first rookie quarterback to win his debut since Eric Zaire in 1992. Already named starter for Week 13. The President of the United States is tweeting his approval of young Shedeur. Birds are chirping, bees are making honey, and life could not be any better. My question to y'all is, should we believe the hype, or should we be like Public Enemy and don't believe the hype and just dial it back a little bit? I'm gonna go with you first, Dustin. Shoot. Never mind. Go ahead.
Well, go ahead. I think it's actually 95 for Eric Zaire. 95.
All right, that's cool.
Well, I made the reference because Allie was born in 1995, and I said on our show, no first starting quarterback rookie has ever won a game since Allie was born. That kind of puts it in perspective. So what he did was in so many ways transcending. And what I mean by that is when Baker Mayfield was here, he started to do transcending things. And where I want to go with this is when Baker was in Denver and a reporter said to him, do you know what you just did? Mm-hmm. You just won for the first time in Denver in 30 years. The Browns haven't won here. He goes, oh, that's interesting. Like he was like, it didn't like he did. The moment wasn't too big for him. Just like this moment was too big. I know Shedeur Sanders watches social media for sure because he chirps on Rizzo and those guys over on ESPN. So yeah, he knows what the people were saying. He knows the history of the Cleveland Browns, and he went out there and did a mic drop before he went on the field. And he goes, what do you want to tell everybody today? I'm who you've been looking for. I'm out.
I'm him.
I'm him. So, yeah, I don't think the moment was too big, and I don't think he cared. He had this game won mentally in his head before the ball, before the snap of the ball for this game.
Okay.
Here.
Mama Bear?
Yeah, I concur. So when you say, do we believe the hype? The beautiful thing is just like the same thing with the jerseys and the look thing. It's not necessarily hype if he's proven this is who he is, you know, in his previous arena in college ball. And now we're actually seeing that be manifested in the NFL. And like I said earlier, with him just having, if this is what he can do with 1 week of practice, I'm all about the hype. I'm all hype. I'm hype.
Okay.
Mama Bear, I'll say something just to add to that. I don't think it's hype. And what I mean by that is he's looked so cool, calm, and collective, and he's mentally prepared for this for months.
Yes.
To him, it's not hype. It's just the studying's done. The playbook's done. I put it, it's all here, right? Like he's mentally prepared. And let's not forget, he grew up around a person called Tom Brady, who many people would say, while we're out here drinking and having cocktails 2 nights before we play him on Sunday, he's in a film room studying, and he's going to beat you on Sunday, right? It was made here in Cleveland all week that he walked around all week with an iPad under his arm, walking in and out of Stefanski's office, into the, into Tommy Reese's office, just getting little extra questions and answers. The kids, and all this stupid stuff that was made of him, he doesn't study. BS. That just this week of preparation just shows that he's already been mentally preparing for this. He's physically prepared for 3 days, and he's going to look better even more. Weather conditions will change the game, but he's going to look even better next week. And then for him to say after the game, imagine if I had a whole off season and training camp. That's dangerous. He's right. It is dangerous if you give him all that time.
Yes.
Okay, let me clarify a little something. When I said the hype, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the hype that the media, more so than anybody, the media is hype. And the thing is, they'll hype him when he's up, and then they'll throw daggers in his back when they think that he's on his way down. That's the hype that I was talking about, and not necessarily. But you all gave great answers anyway. But I'm ready to hear what T Thizzle got to say about this. Hey, Tim Dog, Big Tim Dog.
Yeah. Yeah. I do believe that we should believe the hype, because anything that you hope to accomplish begins with belief. He kind of alluded to that in one of those pressers that he had when he was saying, as far as like the team believing and showing up at a game, believing you can win, believing you should win. And he as an individual, he just believes that I can win. And we should believe it. We're fans. And if we're going to ignite him with our energy, with all this hype that we have to. It's imperative that we believe the hype.
Yes.
It's necessary. And so, yeah, I'm buying into it. I'll say this. I was on the way to see a friend of mine that, from my men's Bible study. On the way there, I was praying, and I prayed for my friend on my way there. And that prayer kind of like turned into a prayer for Shador. And I remember praying for his safety and for God to keep him safe.
Mm-hmm.
I prayed for him to start to begin the first step on his journey towards his destiny to be legendary. I pray for all the players around him to elevate their game, the offense and defense and everything. And after I was done praying for him, I thought to myself, I've never prayed for a professional football. I don't know this man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know him. But what he's done just for me as a person, as a Browns fan, is kind of restore my energy to continue to believe in this team at all. That's the first part, because they've left a lot on the table for us to kind of like say, hey, maybe we should abandon this thing. Through the years, they've done that to us. But this is something that feels a lot different. This is a whole different thing. And I'm like, at this age that I am now, I would be a fool to miss this. And what he does for the young people, even though as a young person himself, he's not being treated in the greatest fairness or the best, what he means to young people, to say that it's okay to believe in yourself, to self-affirm, and to say that I am great, even though the sick society seems to have cultivated a way of life where it's like it's almost horrible to say that I'm good, that I am great, that I am worthy, that I can win, that I am a winner. It's like, what's wrong with that? So, Shador is an inspiring individual, regardless if he ever wins a Super Bowl. I think we just need to look at him as a person and absolutely believe the hype, because what he's shown us is poise, leadership at this young age already for a team that desperately needs every attribute and every characteristic that he brings to the table.
So, Tim, I want to give you some goosebumps. You ready for this?
I am. I need it.
All right. Shador's number is number 12. Okay? He's number 12. He started in week 12. 12 times 12 is 144. He was the 144th pick in the National Football League draft. Psalms 144 is, blessed be the Lord my strength, which teach my hands to war and my fingers to fight.
Well,
And also the 144,000 chosen. Also, on top of that, the number 12 worn by quarterbacks is the most prominent number one worn by every quarterback that's won a Super Bowl. That is the most prominent number worn by any quarterback. And it wasn't the number that he wanted. It was the number assigned. And
And by the way, he has said why 12. It's his dad backwards 20.
Backwards, and they're on top of it. That's the cherry on top.
Way to steal my final comment, Dustin. But okay.
So who's buying me a jersey for Christmas? I need my 12 jersey for Christmas. Who got it?
You know what?
Tell me that number 16 that you got up back there in the back. Take the 6 off and put the 2 on it, and you.
No. I think you take the 4 down and replace it with the 12, because that's the new starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
There you
That
go.
works for me too. So hey, wait. This this next question is for everybody, but it's mostly for Dustin.
Okay.
So Quinshawn continues to hold his spot atop the rookie leaderboard. He's leading mostly, Dustin. He's leading mostly that legendary once-in-a-lifetime talent. We all know his name, the kid. What's his name, Dustin? His name jumps out of my head.
Ashton Genty.
Ashton Genty. He's leading him, and he's leading his former running mate at Ohio State, and he's basically leading everybody. My question to y'all is, do you think he'll win the I doubt if he wins the rushing title, but do you think he'll have the most yards for all the rookies? Go ahead, Mama Bear.
I don't know what his stats are looking like. I just love to watch him run. I love the way he
I think he's at like 600 and something now.
He's averaging 66.7 yards per game, just so you guys for reference.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, so oh my gosh. I feel like I keep bringing back around the fact that we have like the most amazing rookie group that I've seen in a really long time. We have such a nice group of young bloods. It's ridiculous. And Judkins is the key. Like, I haven't been excited about her. I mean, the only running back I've been excited about for a long time was Nick Chubb. And then after he was gone, I was like, dang, now what? And then Judkins come up and be like, now me.
Wait, hold up, Mama Bear. You did not see Samson turn them jets on?
You know what? Samson's beast mode too. Like, I love it. Like, I love it when he was running down and nobody could catch up with him. I was like, oh, he got some wings.
It looked like everybody was just standing still.
Man,
and every time he runs, I find myself sounding like Dave Chappelle. I want to talk to Samson. Y'all don't know about that movie, Half Baked. Every time he put them wheels on, I want to talk to Samson.
Tim, what you think, Tim? He gonna outrush all the rookies?
I hope so. I think he has a better chance to do so now that he has a quarterback that can stretch the field. I think that Quinshawn Judkins has just been. I think he could have been a lot better. I think he could have even greater production if he had, an offense that didn't allow for extra men in the box, because primarily we've been throwing like 5-yard routes, and so with that you can't establish a running game. Now that you have a quarterback that may be able to beat you deep, then you may have to respect that and allowing for Judkins more room to run.
Yes, because now they got to drop back.
Don't forget we got to retool that whole offensive line too. But go ahead.
I get the offensive line, but the thing about it is, your offensive line is going to look worse than it is when you can stack men in the box, because there's going to always be an extra man to block. So it's going to make your offensive line appear more porous than it may be. So when you can stretch the field, you can compensate for maybe the inadequacies of your offensive line. You can do that. But what I would also like to see is, because Judkins is great in space because he's both shifty, he's quick, and he's powerful. I would like to see him get a lot more passes than he gets now. So maybe throw him out in the flats and things like that, maybe across the middle, and getting him out into space so that he can make plays. But other than that, I think that now that you have a quarterback, especially if you can implement some more deep threat opportunities for Shedeur, then you're going to be able to see that ground game kind of open up a little bit more for both Judkins and Samson. And to piggyback, I didn't get to talk about Samson, but in that screenplay that he caught, that he ran for a touchdown, it was like he kind of seemed to read the blocks for like maybe the first 10 yards. But then after that, it was like he hit another gear. You can almost see him shift. It was crazy. Like, he just took off, and it was amazing to watch. And it was good to see. It seemed like Ford provided a spark for that offense and the defense, because that defense has been what they've been. But 10 sacks, you can't help but think that maybe the offense inspired that in some way, because now it's like we're playing to actually win, not just playing to make a paycheck.
Yeah.
Right. Dustin, what's your thoughts?
So here's the interesting thing. When you look at the season, I know you know how my feelings are. If anything didn't prove that offensive line for the Raiders is atrocious with 10 sacks, I don't know what is. Gino was more on the ground. I'm surprised Pete Carroll didn't sack him after the game. That line's atrocious. I just pulled up some quick stats just to give us some reference here.
Yes.
Trayvon Henderson, 558. Ashton Genty, 604. Quinshon, 660. I think it's going to be a three-leg race between these three guys. And here's the problem. The New England Patriots are making the playoffs. So Trayvon Henderson will probably surpass both of those guys just by the sheer fact of the playoffs. Do I think Ashton Genty and Quinshon are going to fight it out to the end? Yeah. And then Trayvon may take it over if you include playoff games, just because he's been hot as of late. But both those running backs, there was a lot of discussion which one would go first, Trayvon or Judkins, and who was the better back. That was kind of like the debate in the draft. But I don't know. I think it'll be a three-legged race, but I think, honestly, Trayvon may take it just because of the playoff factor of them being 9-3 right now.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong, D, but didn't your boy play one additional game than Judkins?
Not at this point. The bye weeks are over. So now everything is flat now. So
no, it shouldn't be because Judkins didn't get in until like what, week 2, week 3?
Well, no, week 2. But so yeah, he didn't play one. He played one less game. That's right. Yeah.
Right, that's
But again, I think the neutralizer is the offensive line is absolutely atrocious for the Raiders. I mean, the Browns put up 10 sacks. I mean, that's a lot for any team. So, who knows, right? I mean, that's only 50 yards at the end of the. I mean, that's not a lot. I mean, if one of these guys, like for instance, if Judkins has a baller of a game of 130 yards, they're both are averaging around 50 to 60 yards. One of these guys is going to overtake having a big game where it's maybe. I mean, it could happen this weekend, Ray. I mean, think about the weather's going to be terrible. You could have Stefanski going, "Hey, kid, don't screw it up. Hand the ball off a lot. Do some intermediate routes because it's going to be a blizzard in Cleveland. We're going to run the ball until San Francisco tells us we can't run the ball. And maybe Judkins gets us 130 yards, and then it's kind of not a race, right? Because basically he's gotten twice as many yards in one game as he has all year. So
right, and then Ashton also he plays in a dome, so he's going to have the upper hand because he's always going to be he'll always play good.
And full disclosure, I mean, everybody that watched that game, you can tell that Ashton Genty is hard to take down. I mean, Schwartz said it after the game. He goes, "That guy's we had to keep a spy on him because he runs violent, and so I mean, if you guys really realize, he was the only thing the Raiders really had on Sunday. I mean, if you watched that game, that's really the only thing they had to go to.
Right. So hey, check this out. Rick James and Dustin, he was a Motown artist, singer.
Okay. Hey, you know what? First
yeah.
of all,
Hey, so
no, I'm not going to all that. No, because
Rick James wrote a song in the 70s called Super Freak.
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
And I think, hey, hush it. And I think he was referencing the next player that I'm about to talk about, Myles Garrett, the original Super Freak.
Yeah.
Basically, Myles Garrett already has 18 sacks. I seen a chart today. 2 Houston Texans are also in the top 5. Two Houston and almost put all their sacks together. I think they have 20. I think they might have 3 more than his 18. I think they got 21. I think it was something like 10 and 11 or something like that. But my point is 18 sacks already. So, and this is a silly question, but I got to ask it. Does he break the all-time record this year? Go ahead, Mama Bear.
What's the all-time record?
22 and a half.
22 and a half?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, he's like, let's put it like this. 5 sacks, the record's his.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
I mean, and we have how many more games? I mean, he's going to get at least 1 sack per game. I mean, that's small potatoes for him.
He had a little spell there that about 3 games did it. I know it was a couple games he didn't have a sack. So
well, see, this right now is about momentum too, though.
Detroit Lions, he didn't have a sack.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, the Lions, he didn't have one. But man, those rushes were all the business. And all he has to do is stay consistent with all that. I saw that. All he has to do is stay consistent with all that. I don't think it's like, I don't think you can dispute that he's going to get 5 more before the season is out. Like, it's Miles. He's going to eat.
Right.
Miles gonna eat.
Hey, wait. So Dustin, how many games are left? You my stat man today. How many games the Browns got left?
There's 6 games left.
6.
Oh, so
That's a sack a game on the average. We're not saying every single game 1 sack, but 2 and 1. He's going to hit that.
okay. Tim Dog.
It is more.
You going with your little sister?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always gonna back my sister, but it's more than likely that he will break it. But we gotta understand really how football works. Like, Miles is eating, especially this year, because of the complement of defensive linemen around him. I think this is the best.
Graham has helped him immensely. Yes.
Immensely. Alex Wright, like these guys, these guys have helped him, because you can't just double team him because someone's going to eat.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I think that could hinder him, is that maybe others on the defensive line become more prominent players because teams are trying to kind of like mitigate Miles's impact in the game. That's what I think.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's funny that you say that, because I want to say in the Raiders game, I want to say at least 2 or 3 times I've seen, because what they usually do, they'll have the tight end chipping, and then they'll have the guard and tackle. So it's like literally 3 men almost every play. But go ahead, D. What you think? What you think, D?
Yeah, I mean, Mason Graham has been. I mean, he's bull rushing. That's what he's good at, right? That's what he did at Michigan. So when he bull rushes, they're kind of having to deal with that interior of the line, and that gives Miles that extra step, right, to get around and get and cause havoc in the backfield, and he's there. And the next thing you know, the quarterback's like, crap, he's already here, right? I'm having to deal with the bull rush in the middle collapsing on me, and now here comes Miles when I can't even escape the pocket. And I do want to make this reference to James here. I didn't realize the 49ers haven't won a game in Cleveland since 1984. If that's a real stat, that is phenomenal, by the way.
Yes.
Let's just keep cooking with that. But I think Miles breaks the sack record, and he does. I'm gonna be wild here. He does it, and he shatters it. And let's keep this for future podcasts. 25 sacks, Mr. Myles Garrett. 25 on the season. That's the
think about it.
Believe land.
He could end up with 30.
Believe land.
No,
it ain't believable.
Yeah, that's getting crazy.
25 is definitely 25.
I mean, wait, how many did he just get in this last game? In one game?
4.
He got 4.
He got 3.5, I thought.
And he did 5. He had 5 in one game.
5 in one. Yeah, but like that's not good.
Here's something crazy. Here's something else crazy to think about. Mason Graham still has baby fat. And what I mean by that is he hasn't had that whole full offseason in Cleveland yet.
Right.
So and
he's gonna get better.
So he's still acclimating himself with, although he's acclimating himself really well, but he's still acclimating himself with that defensive line. Mike Hall Jr.
It's gonna get worse.
Mike Hall is always around the ball. The one kid that we picked up, was it Hutchinson or Henderson?
Hutchinson.
Hey, all those cats. Hey, Barry was shaking the bushes last year because he didn't get nothing but a bunch of gems. Of gems.
Let me ask y'all this. So when they get those half sacks, right? Mm-hmm. Those half sacks add up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, exactly.
If you get in on one, you and Wright did it together, you and Schlesinger did it together. Like those sacks add up. So like, even though there's that could work one way or the other, because if you get a piece of it, if he's a part of it, enough of a part of it, then it equals a half sack. Half sacks add up too, man.
Here's the other piece of this. Now, imagine the Browns keeping this core of defensive players together, then actually building an offense that can score points with a defense like this that can start to pin their ears back, playing with a comfortable lead or playing while they're at least in the game and not playing from behind the way they've been playing. Imagine it then. This defense, I think, is just getting – and Miles could be responsible for breaking a record and then breaking it again.
Yeah.
If this offense improves, because Myles Garrett with a lead is going to be a dangerous idea. It's just going to be a dangerous thing to see.
Yeah.
Tim, are you talking crazy? Or are you bringing me a Christmas miracle early? Because that would be a Browns fan's dream.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a Super Bowl caliber defense.
Yeah,
it is.
Right? If it just had a complementary offense to go along with it, that's why I have said, and I have banged the drum. I'm tired of going to the trash bin looking for quarterbacks. I don't want to draft a quarterback each year. If Shador is the answer and we win half of these games down the stretch and we go 6 or 7 wins on this season and he looks like he's the it factor, which by the way, I think he does have the it factor. I've been on the Shador train since summertime, but you know what? Maybe he just wasn't ready for development. And, I think everything happens at the right time, at the right place for the right reason. And he is now very cool, calm, collective, and ready to go play this offense. Man, can we go get a tackle? Man, can we go get a wide receiver? And by the way, I think there's some really good ones that play down there at Ohio State that we could complimentary because our piss poor off our receivers. I mean, it's just that room is – we got tight ends. But, man, you add that. Now you are a dangerous football team, and because of our cap implications, because of Watson, and you got Shador Sanders on a rookie $3 million deal. Yeah, if he balls out, he's going to ask for some money in 2 years. But guess what you can do? You can pay all the guys around him and really build a team that gets you to the dome. And this is crazy. I don't know if I told you this, Ray, but I had the craziest dream. We joke about the mistake at the lake that stadium's never brought us any happiness. And it's crazy. I had a dream that it was the 2028 season and we won the AFC Championship in the old stadium and we started ripping it apart because we knew the stadium wasn't going to be there next year.
Wow. Hey, while y'all talking about how dynamite a team this can be, Larvadan got me so excited about what special teams could look like. He was out there looking like 16 a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
He was giving me Josh Cribbs energy on that return.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we need those big special teams plays too. And that nice that we, get a nice consistency coming from Smith, because you will, when you become one of those great teams, you're going to play other great teams. And when you do, those point differences aren't going to be very great. So while we're talking about all the main guys and the quarterback, we know he the heart of the team and all that, you're going to need a good kick from Smith to save a game here and there. Once you get to that level of play.
Look at all the Patriots Super Bowls. It all came down to Vinatieri.
Yep.
Almost every time. Almost every time.
And look at all those Bills Super Bowls. It came down to a kicker, and they didn't win.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we got all of these great players, and we can put in all of this work and be amazing. But if special teams falls off and they're not bringing it, they can lose the game for you.
Mama Bear, you bring up a good point. You know how the Cincinnati Bengals got to the Super Bowl a couple years ago? Was on the leg of their kicker in the playoffs. I mean, seriously, he was nails in the playoffs. If you remember, he made all those kicks, in close games to overcome the Bills and the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl. It was that kicker. I mean, he was nails. Yeah,
we need complimentary all the way around.
Hey, but getting back on track, we were talking about Myles Garrett. Speaking of which, Myles Garrett's basically the fans gave him the energy with that look that he had when Shador threw that, what was it, 66, whatever. Almost every fan at home had that same look on their face. I know I did. So, I mean, yeah, it's I think there's nothing but good things and great things ahead coming up for us.
I watched that video a lot of times. I replayed that over and over just to watch Myles' reaction.
You
Well,
know
that
what I
was
wanted
my
to say?
reaction. Wait. Did y'all see the hug, the bro hug in the locker room?
Andrew Barry.
Andrew Barry and Shador.
I didn't get to see that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my! Hey, the bro hug. That let me know that it was almost like I had a complete flashback because I flashed back to when they showed Barry and Stefanski when they drafted Shador and they both were sitting there like,
right.
I know what Barry's poker face looks like now because he was sitting there poker face. I really want this kid, but I can't let everybody know that I really like this kid. So I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna sit here with the poker face and hope that nobody really notices. But it was like, dude, really? That was you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I love about Shador is whenever they ask him questions, how he references God, and it makes me think about like when God is for you, who, and not to wax religious, but who is such a big word. It's the biggest who day of all time.
Yeah.
Who can be against me? And that's kind of what Shador's mantra seems to be to me. It's like whenever he references, like I'm relaxed because half of that is due to my preparation and God. God. It's like God. Every time he has an opportunity to speak, and when he speaks that way, it's like what all you can really get to is the scripture that says, "Who can be against me?" Who?
Well, what I can add to that is because a lot of people would say that God is on my side and they be living a certain type of way, and it's like, but is he really though? The beautiful thing about Shador is that he does reference God a lot, but he's a good steward of what God has given him. And that's why he's able to rest in it the way that he's able to.
Exactly.
Because every gift that he's given him,
he's using
stewards it. He stewards
it
well.
And what he shows is gratitude, and that's the greatest form of worship. It's just he seems so full of gratitude and thankful. He's like, I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to be, and whatever the circumstance is, it's like he seems to always recognize that even though this seems maybe unfair according to what people are seeing, even though I've proven all these different things, it's like at the end of the day, look at where I'm in the NFL and I have a shot. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I used to dream to be in the NFL one day. And I'm not, you know what I mean? So he seems to appreciate his position. And I think that God honors that, that he appreciates, no matter what it looks like. It's like, look, there are people who are living on the streets. There are people who are hungry, people who don't have clothing and all these different things because he goes out in the community and he takes care of these people. So how dare he complain, from his position because he's facing some adversity. I think he keeps that in perspective. And I just believe that God will honor that. And so I think that looking at his example should give us inspiration to believe. That's what I think.
I was Mama Bear made me laugh for a second because she gave that look like, what is Ray drinking?
I was looking like that better be water.
I was like, it looked like a liquor bottle, and he was like,
it did look like a liquor bottle. He was chugging it too. I was like, well, hold on.
I was like,
they're over there drinking turpentine. Over there drinking turpentine, right?
Hey, check this out. Check this out, group. So, since we're on Shador topic right now, I'm gonna read a couple statements, and y'all tell me. You only got two options. It's either is it cocky or is it confidence?
Okay. Oh,
are y'all ready? All right, here we go.
All right.
I'm who they've been looking for. Cocky or confidence? Dustin?
Confidence.
Tim Dog?
Confidence.
Mama Bear?
Unanimous confidence.
Okay. Here's the next one. It's amazing off of 1 week of practice. I mean, just 1 week of practice. So imagine what I could have done with a full off season. I'd be dangerous. Cocky or confidence, D?
Confidence.
Tim?
Confidence.
Mama Bear?
Confidence. And valid.
The reason I brought mainly those two up is because a lot of people when they post stuff like that, over half of the people the replies are, if he would just shut his mouth and be humble. And I'm thinking to myself, and Tim and I, we were having a conversation before the show, but like Tim brought it up, I've never in my life seen a humble Super Bowl quarterback. Ever. I've never seen a humble Super Bowl winning quarterback.
What if Muhammad Ali would have just shut his mouth and been humble?
What I say, Ray?
And not said, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest of all time.
Okay, well, hang on. Like,
Speak these things as if they were, okay? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.
I mean, not to bring up revisionist history, but this fan base clamored for Baker Mayfield with that chip on his shoulder and that bravado.
That was the other reference that I used from him getting arrested, and he tried to run from the police and they knocked his ass over, and then they dissed him, and he was holding his goods on the sidelines. I mean, and wait a minute, and everybody said that was he's just being confident. And here's the thing, I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Give that same energy.
But here's the point and the difference, and we saw it on Sunday, to double down on that. If you listen to any of the teammates that played for Baker Mayfield and the guys now in Tampa, they will tell you, I want to run through a wall for this guy because of that, because he's got us on his back. And you could see that with Shador. I mean, you had Wyatt Teller picking him up and putting him up in the air. Like, that energy and that confidence spreads. And what are we looking for? Culture in the locker room, right?
Yes.
Culture. That kind of confidence, you need that. And you need a guy that says, no, I am the one you've been looking for. I don't care if there's been 42 quarterbacks. Stop it. Like, and you know what? Baker was that guy too for 3 years. We stopped going to the garbage bin for quarterbacks for 3 years because of that.
Yeah.
You need a guy like Shador to come in and be like, no, it stops here. Dang it. I'm going to prove it. And by the way, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm okay with it.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
I think a lot of it is our lack of understanding of the difference in the definition of confidence and cockiness.
Yeah.
To be confident is an internal belief, and it comes from a belief in yourself. Cockiness is an external thing where it's like I act like I'm superior and put others down because of my insecurities. That's what cockiness is. And what Shador has always done is seem to believe in himself. And that's what confidence actually is. You never see him diminish anyone to appear superior. You always see him being grateful and full of gratitude as far as where he is and the things he's been gifted is based off of his work and hard work and ethics, things like that. So I think that it's our inability to understand the difference between them, not his inability to display what it is.
Well, Tim, did you guys see any of the stuff today where they tried to get him again? The beat reporter for the Browns. I don't know if you picked up on that today, Ray.
I watched everything.
What?
I saw that. They try to pick at him to see what his relationship with Stefanski.
Yeah, he was like, he goes, hey, all of your fans are putting out there that head coach Stefanski is trying to sabotage you. And he literally looks at the reporter. He goes, you're really trying to do something here, aren't you?
Start something,
yeah. He did the same thing when they tried that during preseason with Dylan Gabriel, and he said almost the exact same. You're trying to start, aren't you?
Yeah.
Almost the exact same thing. So yeah, I seen it.
But what was really intricate about the way Shador expressed himself off of that question, his response, it wasn't like I'm going to throw my coach under the bus. But I'm also not going to be inauthentic and create a relationship that doesn't exist. That is maturity. That is leadership by example. Right. It is a man that says, I will take the responsibility that belongs to me, but I am not foolish enough to take on the responsibility that belongs to another grown man. That right there was impressive. It was what he said, and most importantly, what he didn't say. That is a poised man. That is a franchise quarterback at a podium, in my eye.
Well, that is called a response like again, prepared before you get to the podium.
Mhm.
His dad has prepared him. Don't give them billboard material. Don't give them stuff to go after because they'll hang you out to dry because guess what? I'm your dad. So there's already a bullseye on your back.
Yep.
Right. So just go out there, be yourself. And then he just said, he goes, he's my coach. He's helping me out. We're doing good and we're growing. And like to your point, it was the things like he goes, I can't control the outside noise. I can only control what's in the halls of this building.
Another thing that he did was the way he talked about how the way that the Browns or the I can't even keep complete.
He basically said, you know, based on the way basically without saying it, the cards that I were dealt in the situation I'm in, in the building, because he goes based on what I'm dealing with, right? Like I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah. And I like the way he did that. I just thought it was poised. And I thought that he was really, really sound in the way he responded. And he seemed like a quarterback who's been there before. Ultimately.
Okay. So hey, I'm getting Eric Metcalf vibes when I see Tim, don't you start. I'm getting Eric Metcalf vibes some of the times when I see Samson. And
I want to talk to Samson.
But the problem for me is when I see him go up the middle, it's like Metcalf up the middle, Metcalf to the left, and it's like no, these undersized jitterbugs or whatever you want to call them, you got to get them out in space. Their whole game is in space. They make people miss in space. So when I seen that pass out into the flats and he just basically turned a simple. As a matter of fact, I don't even. That pass might have went a yard forward. I'm talking about. So the fact that we have a playmaker like that, I'm really, 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 really hoping that we don't misuse him the way Eric Metcalf. And that was the comparison that I was drawing. Not so much the skill set, but the way that they were misused. So my question is, do we form a petition and we send it to the coaching staff or Bear or whoever saying, please, but then again, no, nobody here was here when Metcalf was here. So I don't even know if that works. So I guess I'm venting because I can see the potential in this young man and I just don't want him to screw it up. So what's your thoughts on that?
So, you know, I don't see a Metcalf and a guy like him. I see more of we have reinvented Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, the 1-2 punch. As you know, Kareem Hunt was great catching the ball out of the backfield, right? What he was so good at. And I think that's what Kevin Stefanski is trying to, and Tommy Rees are trying to reinvigorate here, is that 1-2 punch that beats football teams. And that's exactly what we did on Sunday against the Raiders. It was that Quinshon, violent run, finesse, Dylan, that 1-2 punch. And I think if our offensive line can give some time and get some open holes, I see more of they're trying to reinvent. I don't see Metcalf here. I see more of the Kareem Hunt. Nick
No. I think I clarified. Not the Metcalf. They don't have the same skill set.
Right.
What I was referring to, or what I was comparing, how both of them are underutilized.
I think. Well, here's the thing. I think they're not. I don't think he's underutilized. I think it's more of this offensive line has not been able to string together time enough for these guys to get some open holes. I mean, there's a reason that Quinshon's only got 60 yards rushing, right, when we should be averaging closer to 100 for our backs. I don't think he's underutilized. I just don't think he's getting the opportunities because of the offensive line. That's just my full thought process on that.
Okay, Tim Dog.
Yeah, I think bringing Metcalf into a conversation with Samson is like blasphemous. That's
why I had to clear. That's why I clarified.
You got to bring that down. You know how in music you got to bring that down into the mix. Yeah, that got to be brought down.
With the faders on it.
Yeah, Metcalf's going to watch this show, and I'm going to start getting text
because Metcalf was unreal. Like it didn't matter if you caught him in the backfield. I'm out of here.
Right.
I'm going to figure it out. But I just think that this is what I really think about the Browns offense. I think that Sampson is an exceptional back. He's not Eric Metcalf, but I think he is exceptional and can be made to even appear exceptional in a more imaginative offense.
Mm-hmm.
This
Going where I want to
offense,
go.
this offense that the Browns are running is not going to benefit many people. Not many, no matter what your skill set is, whether you're Derrick Henry, or a back like Sampson, they seem like the Browns offense seems stiff. Like, this is our system. Whether you fit it or not, you run it. We don't accommodate the talent. The talent has to fit into what we do, whether they do or not. I think if you get him, Dylan Sampson in space, he could produce like Metcalf, similarly in that way, because he's quick and we watched him accelerate when he gets in space. But Metcalf made something out of nothing. We haven't seen we haven't seen him do that. That's a different caliber.
SEC Player of the Year, but Mama Bear, what you got for that one?
I say all roads lead back to the quarterback. And like what you're saying about the type of plays that we're able to call, you can get more creative with your play calling when you have a quarterback who can do more. And then you can open up a whole lot more opportunities to see somebody like Sampson and see what he's actually capable of doing. So I figured, like, the more we get, Sanders out there balling, and the more they start being able to open up that playbook a little bit more, because the offense does look stiff, with the exception of a few crazy looking trick plays that come from out of nowhere. I'm like, why did they do that? But if it would have worked, it would have been sweet type of plays. They have a couple of little bit of those, and then everything else is just very narrow. Like, it's not very creative. But now they're able to open that up a little bit more, and then maybe we'll be able to see a lot more of what Sampson has the potential to do, and see if he can put up some Metcalf stats.
Okay. Hey, last question of the night, people, and I need Mama Bear and Dustin to sit out on this one. This is for Tim and Tim only. Holy kick in the butt, Batman. Andre Smith hit a 53-yarder. Tim Dog, are you happy?
Yes, because it made me feel like it made me feel glad that we stuck behind this kid, and it kind of shows that if you stick behind someone with potential, what they can rise to the occasion and do. It did trouble me a little bit that they punted the ball in field goal range toward the end of the game. That was weird, because to me, there are certain things like when you look at this season, and I'm going to keep it with Schmidt, but when you look at this season and the record that we have right now, you hear the players in these press conferences, like, if we went out, there's an opportunity for us to make the playoffs. Now, that may be far-fetched, but what's not far-fetched is taking advantage of gaining experience in real game time. And if you give Schmidt another opportunity to kick a field goal at the end of the game, that boosts his confidence, but it also boosts the confidence of your entire offense, including Shedeur, to say, hey, this was a drive that ended in points, not a punt. And so I just think that maybe Stefanski could kind of look at the mental capacity of the idea of like what was happening on with their minds and how to develop a winning culture with things like that, to take advantage of opportunities to put your players in position that builds confidence in them. And it doesn't seem like he's really good at that.
Okay.
Probably. Well, I mean, Tim, Justin Tucker is a free agent if you're looking for
what I believe is that anything you hope to do and be great at begins with confidence. It begins with self-belief. And if you don't have a coach that is instilling that in every single player and every single staff on that team or organization, then potentially he's not the best person for the job. And I haven't seen that. That's all.
Okay.
Well, and you know, to double down on that, I mean, his mom died of cancer this summer, and like he's had a rough go this, you know, going into camp. So, you know, to bring him back around. By the way, did I see that?
Whose mom are you referring to?
The kicker.
Schmidt.
Oh, the kicker. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to Schmidt, yeah, it's like, yeah, just these are, and it goes back to, you know, even though Jerry Jeudy said I got more going on than football, I don't mean to be insensitive because I'm a forensic psychologist. I mean, I counsel for a living. Right. So, but when you consider Schmidt, to me, these are also opportunities to boost him because of those things. Like you said, doubling down on it. It's just like when I look at Kevin Stefanski, I don't believe that he's without skill. I just believe that he's not a leader of men right now. And not for this particular this group or occasion. I don't think that he's the man right now, and that's not necessarily a mark against him because, you know, we've all faced. I'm not the person for this. It could be relationships, you know, professionally or whatever. But yeah, I just think that I kind of want to put this cap on it that I would love to see the Browns go in a different direction, and someone who can come in and really make a culture that kind of supports this young group of talent that they've brought in. And I think that we would have a promising future.
Okay.
I was going to say, I think, speaking of Tucker, I think he tried out with the Saints, but guess who is signed to the practice squad? Cade York is on the practice squad for the Saints.
Wow.
Okay. Well, hey, our hour is up. But I got one parting shot. Stefanski seems to be buying into the culture. Cody, can we see that picture before we go? No. Yes. Wrist up, baby. Hey.
Dylan who?
Hey, perfect timing, standing on business. Hey, as always, it was another great, outstanding show. And in parting, go Browns!
Go Browns!
Oh, wow.